We're in Canton, or we're in Norwood, so we're going to Brian Albert's house. Let's go. Plug this in. Washington Street, 909 Washington, right? 909 Washington. 909 Washington Street. All right, here we go. We're off. All right, so welcome Turtle Riders. We are in the Shaw's Norwood parking lot. We got a whole shitload of people. There's at least like maybe 100, 200 people here. Hard to tell. But it's going to be hard to keep everyone in line, but that's okay. We'll figure it all out. I've given all the itinerary of where we're going, so I didn't want to broadcast it beforehand. We are going to, we're starting at the Albert's new house in Norwood, and then we're going towards Canton. So after that, the first place in Canton we're going to, God damn, I got the heat seat on. Then after that, we're going to, what the hell is Washington? Is this Washington Street up here?
Let's see. No, Broadway.
Okay. All right, we're going left up here. Okay. So after that, we're going to, where the hell are we going after that? Proctor household is second. So I didn't want to give them too much of a heads up about the order of operations here. But we're going to the Proctors after that. And then all types of shit. So a lot of people in Norwood today. Packed. Peacefully protesting the murder and the subsequent cover-up of John O'Keefe and the framing of an innocent woman. So yeah, people are saying stay safe, guys. So unfortunately, the McCabe's will definitely not be here. They must have heard about the rolling rally because they took yet another vacation. Never seen a family vacation that much. I mean, I guess I would too if you might be in jail at this time next year. But they're not there because they are in 𝗥𝗄𝗺, Maine, and we had a couple Turtle Riders sightings up there. I don't know why they think that. I mean, we found you in Aruba. We're gonna find you in Maine, for crying out loud. So they saw him in Maine, and Matt's titties. I'm gonna milk those things. Let me tell you, those are. Jen may wear the pants, but Matt wears the bra. What the fuck is going on here in this town?
Packed.
Yeah, no, holy shit. This is going to be a mess. It's like,
we got like
100 cars behind us. All right. So again, I don't know how the hell to plan this out, but we are in downtown Norwood right now. All right. You should write Free Karen Reed in front of the towels. It said a 5-minute drive, but I'm like looking at, we are 0.7 miles away from there. Parking's going to be tricky at each of these places, and we're going to get people stuck in lights and stuff like that. It's going to be like a funeral procession, but like I said, if you're in the procession, just remember the order. We're going to Wentworth Road, and then after, well, first we're going to the Alberts, and then we're going to, first place in Canton is Wentworth, and then Country Hill, and then 31 Fairview, and then we are going to, where the hell are we going after that? Highland Street, and then we'll figure it out. Okay, so we're going through downtown right now. Okay, I think this is downtown. I assume it's downtown. Man, Norwood's packed. I didn't know Norwood's like trafficy for a small town. We got some jujitsu over here. All right, so anyway, got a good audience there.
A lot of people.
A lot of people. I mean, Richard, how many people would you say were in that parking lot there?
At least maybe 200.
200? Okay. So, this should be interesting. I expect an even bigger showing on Tuesday for the hearing, of course, because we're going to be protesting outside starting at 12:15. But it's a beautiful day out today for this. Beautiful day for some peaceful protesting, I'll tell you that much. There'll be no rioting, no looting, nothing like that. This is a peaceful protest. We're protesting the murder of a father of two, an adopted father of two, and a Boston police officer by the name of John O'Keefe. And we're also protesting on behalf of Karen Reed, the girlfriend who couldn't attend his funeral or his wake because she was immediately framed for murder by a bunch of assholes, and we are here to protest those assholes today. So that's what we're doing in Norwood and Canton today. So we're going to Norwood first because Brian Albert moved his family here after he decided he's going to put up his family home for sale, and despite the fact that they'd lived there for generations, and just going to sell it on a whim, as soon, like literally like a couple weeks after being named in court as potential suspects in this for the first time. They had been protected up until then, and that was kind of like the beginning of where we're at now. So they sold their home, and then they moved to this, I guess it's a home. It's like I think it's like a 4-bedroom house, but they don't own it. I assume they're renting it. And but they live there, and we're going there to peacefully protest. So.
And they sold it at a loss, isn't that right?
Yeah. Oh, here it is. Okay. So, this is gonna be fucking tricky. This is gonna be tricky. I guess I can park right in front, but I don't know where fuck everyone else is gonna park. This guy's got to move up here. Come on, New Hampshire. You got to move up. You're taking up 2 spots. Push up. Yeah, you got to push up. Don't wave. You got to push up. You're taking up 2 parking spots. There we go. There we go. Oh, so, you can just push up. You don't have to leave. Huh? Okay, he's leaving. Like, you can just take a green
shirt on too.
Yeah, no, it's a turtle rider.
Oh,
it's
like
okay. you can take the whole fucking spot. You don't have to take 2 spots. Okay. All right. So, get the selfie stick. All fancy schmancy now. All right. Let's do it. So we're gonna go over here. All right, I don't know where people are gonna park.
Yo, I have to go to the bathroom.
You got the itinerary. Oh, there's a parking lot over there? Okay, so if you're following us, there's a big parking lot over there.
Right across the street is 2 lots.
Yep.
It says private, one doesn't say anything.
Yep. Is this thing on? Yeah. All right, we'll wait for people to catch up here. But thank you guys all for coming here today. We got some Google. We got some free Karen Reed shirts, some Italian cold shirts. Thank you guys for coming. What's going on, everyone? So, people are going to be driving by like, what the hell's going on? So we're here to peacefully protest. So this is the home somewhere here. Hey, what's happening? Yeah. So we are peacefully protesting outside of the home of Brian Albert. We don't know if he's home right now. I don't see his cars here. I don't see his Cadillac. Why don't we follow me around back? We're gonna go around back real quick. Oh, look at the whole car. We can't read car. Isn't that cool? So, because this is where they park usually. So we're gonna walk back here. I do kind of feel bad for the neighbors, but sorry, murderers moved in. So it's unfortunate. You didn't sign up for this, but neither did Karen Reed, and neither did John O'Keefe. So, what do we got over here? Okay. Yeah, so they're hiding. I guess this is where they fled to. Okay. So, again, they live somewhere over here. I don't see any of the cars. I know what all their cars look like. One is a Cadillac. One is a Ford. Okay. I'm here. So that's fine. So we're still going to protest and talk for a minute right outside of the front. So thank you guys all again for coming. We got a nice crowd here. So yeah, Brian Albert has fallen on hard times. He literally had to sell his home and move out here to Norwood because his house was literally a crime scene, and he knew, look at that, we got a Justice for John O'Keefe car. Hello, everyone. How you guys doing? Thank you for coming. I appreciate it. So, all right. So, I'm giving everyone kind of a chance to park. It's going to be tricky around here. with all the people, and we're going through urban environments with a lot of folks. So people catching up on the parking is going to be interesting. It's like a funeral session. Look at all these cars. Everyone's got their hazards on. So anyway, this is the home of Brian Albert. Brian Albert is a Boston police sergeant who lived in Canton, comes from a very well-connected family. On the day of January 28th, 2022, Brian Albert went to New York City with his friend Brian Higgins, ironically, to go to a funeral for a New York police officer. They doing some drinking. They came back that night, and then they went out. They went to a bar called the Waterfall Bar, where they met up with another Boston police officer, named John O'Keefe. John O'Keefe was dropped off at their house afterwards, after being invited there by a woman named Karen Reed, his girlfriend. She told him, "Text me when you get inside," but he never did. She waited about 10 minutes, figured things were fine, and left. But things were not fine. While she was literally waiting outside their house on Fairview Road, he was beaten to death. He was being beaten to death inside, or nearly to death, beaten unconscious. And then instead of calling 911, they plotted immediately within minutes to throw him out like he was trash. Around our estimates, around 3:30 to 4 o'clock, they decided to move his body outside. What's happening? After already putting his cell phone outside at around 12:30, they threw his body right on top of it so that he would die from exposure, and he did. He finally was pronounced dead slightly before 8 a.m., and the cover-up began. They got away with it for quite some time. He lived in Canton like nothing had happened. Hey! But things began to get not so comfortable for Brian Albert in October, when he was officially listed in court documents as a likely suspect in an affidavit written by, I believe it was Alan Jackson, Karen's new attorney. After that, he decided it was time to get the hell out of Canton. They did their floor for the second time in 4 years. They got rid of their floor, probably because it was covered in John's DNA and blood. And then they got rid of their family dog. We still don't know where Chloe is today, if she's dead, if she's alive. All we know is that she bit John's arm, quite obviously, and John is now deceased. So after that, he decided, I need to leave Canton. Unfortunately for him, his $950,000 house didn't sell as fast as he wanted to, so he took a $50,000 discount off, and he ended up moving to this place you can see right behind me, in close to the center of Norwood. I don't know why anyone would want to downgrade like that with their family too. Brian Albert Jr. lives here. It's believed that Caitlin Albert lives here, so they thought they could hide. They thought they could come to Norwood and hide, but we found them. So just understand that they can't be here today. So this is Brian Albert's involvement. So the next place we're going to go to now, we're going to be going to Wentworth Road in Canton, the home of Michael Proctor, conflicted state trooper Michael Proctor. And we're going to be protesting peacefully outside of his house as well. So onwards to Canton. Let's go. Let's do it.
I'm telling you, Colin is right in that idling in his truck.
Is it?
A gray Jeep.
Well. Oh, is it? How about that? Look at that. Look at this. What's, they got a camera in there. Oh, they got a camera. They got a camera. Hey, hey, hey. So they got a camera. I guess the cameras work now. Funny.
Funny. I'm the informant that was in the hair shop that told you about Kenny Winston.
Oh, excellent. Oh, how about that? Yeah.
Who's the guy with the camera rig? You see him?
What's happening?
Nice job, man. Keep it up.
Thank you.
Keep it up.
Will do. All right, here we go. We're going to Wentworth Road in Canton. Let's plug that in. So not from around these parts. I'm going to have to use my eye machine here. Wentworth Road. Wentworth Road. Canton. All right, here we go. 15-minute drive. Let's do it. But once we're in Canton, things will be nice and smooth. Okay, no highway. That's good. We're not doing the highway. Man, we are like, dude, this is a posse that we have here. Holy shit. Let's go. Here we go. What a production this is.
Crazy.
This is wild. Let's go. Here we go.
Did you see the police car rolling through?
I didn't see any cops.
There was a
Norwood
blacked
cop?
out, a blacked out SUV.
Norwood police?
I don't know who it was, but it was definitely a cop.
I'm sure the Norwood police, just like all the other police departments around here, are like, I talked to the Holden police about this, and they're like, they support this. They support what we're doing. They're disgusted by this. Most police officers I know, who I've talked to, are especially disgusted by this. So the Canton Police Department, just know your brothers in blue aren't really your brothers anymore, as long as you continue to be complicit in this heinous cover-up of a murder. And yeah. So, but good, man, a lot of turtle riders out here, a lot of people with How Long to Die in cold shirts. Just think, like a year ago, no one was paying attention to this case. Now we got like hundreds of people driving from Norwood to Canton right now to protest this absolute injustice. A lot of people are coming up to me and they're like, so 𝗵𝗵𝗻 is with me now. We got a good crowd. We got almost 1,000 people watching this on live. Some Saturday afternoon entertainment for sure. Something to do. Man.
Like a news camera guy was there too.
Yeah, was that a news camera guy? Very nice camera that guy had there. So that guy, I don't know who he's working for, but I've definitely seen some media here. There are reporters here that I've spoken to in the past, and we'll see what happens. So I believe this road takes us to Canton. So we're going to Canton, Mass now. And next stop, the Proctor household. So I got a lot to say about him, obviously. He's the biggest asshole. He really is. He's the most, of all these people, he might be the most evil. And that includes Brian Albert and Colin. Like, I really think him more than anything. Like, what? Okay, so the other people, like, fucked up John, right? They killed John. And that's what they did was awful, heinous. Okay? Michael Proctor's crimes are not only against John, but also against Karen. Like, the almost joy he has in arresting this woman and charging her and framing her, like, he just does not give a fuck. This is a guy who has 2 kids himself, 2 little boys, who realizes he's risking everything, his job, his freedom, everything he's worked for his whole life. For what? For what? To impress a bunch of assholes, to show them, like, I can be corrupt too. I can help you guys when you're out in a jam too. Okay, it's one thing to look the other way if you know, we've all seen this before. Like, cops drive drunk and then they hit a fucking pole or some shit. Like, it's happened a million times. Cops do something bad and then it gets covered up, right? But like, you hit a pole, okay, nobody died, nobody got hurt, and you're not like framing a pole for that. Like, nobody goes to, an innocent person doesn't go to jail for that. Whereas there's a dead body, so somebody has to be accountable for that. And so I just don't understand how they can sleep at night knowing, and how soulless Proctor is, knowing that he's framing this innocent woman and sending her to jail potentially for the rest of her life over something that he knows she didn't do. Like, what would be his plan if she was convicted? How are you going to sleep at night? Like, how quickly would he be forgotten about this? How quickly would he have just moved on with his life? Because that's clearly his plan. It's not like some, you know, Edgar Allan Poe telltale heart shit here. Like, he was not going to be bothered by this at all. It clearly doesn't bother him in the least. Like, and it just shows you how soulless this guy is. And he, you know, he thinks he's badass. You know, this guy, you know, he beats off to like himself in the mirror. You know, he's like, I'm so fucking hot. I do CrossFit. I'm Michael fucking Proctor. you know, I'm a climber in the Massachusetts State Police. I got on in 2014. Look at me now. I'm already the lead detective for the Norfolk County District Attorney's Office. When Michael Morrissey needs something done, he calls me. I'm Michael fucking Proctor. I'm not even 40. I'm bald. You know, I have to shave my fucking head because I have such a horrible receding hairline, but I'm still the man, and I still got, I got a little wife there that's got my back and 2 strapping young boys, and I can do whatever the fuck I want. And it just doesn't bother him that Karen Reed's a human being and that she's not evil. Like, I couldn't understand, but like, it would make a little more sense if Karen Reed was like some crackhead with a long and documented criminal history where they could justify it and say, well, you know what, she was going to jail anyway, and she's a piece of shit anyway, so kind of fuck her. But Karen Reed was not that person. Karen Reed was a contributing, law-abiding member of society who comes from a really nice family that would miss her a lot. I don't know if it's because she doesn't have any kids that makes it like easier for them to be like, fuck her. She's not leaving them behind, but she comes from a really good family, and her brother and her 2 parents are there every court hearing. They have her back for everything. Because they love their daughter. I mean, she might be 43, but you never stop loving your daughter because that's your kid, and you're gonna like, I don't care how old my daughter gets. I'm always going to have her back, and I would do the same thing that Mr. Reed is doing with this and defending his daughter. And you could just tell, like, that guy. If you've ever seen Karen's dad at any of these hearings, like, he looks pissed.
Yeah.
He looks angry. Like, he's just like, fuck these people. Like, you're not going to do this to my daughter. Like, that's the kind of guy that's like, he ain't going to let this happen to his kid, period. Like, end of story. So, and he's like, especially with some shit-brained punk like Michael Proctor. That's what he is, a punk. Yeah, the Norwood Police, I mean, I have no beef with them. Nicholas Guarino used to be a Norwood police officer, and obviously Nicholas Guarino is a piece of shit and a moron, and he's, I guess he's in on the cover-up. I mean, he submitted extraction records from Jen McCabe's cell phone that were incomplete. He claimed that those, he handed over, so Jen McCabe's a moron. She handed over a freaking phone when she didn't have to. No one asked her to hand over a phone. She just thought, like, oh, I'll just delete everything and then they'll never find it. And then I'll hand over the phone. I got nothing to hide. We're entering Canton. Excellent to see here. So yeah, she thought that she would just delete all that shit and they'd never find her, but they did.
They probably told her, just delete whatever you don't want to be found and we won't find it, right?
Yeah, well, Nicholas Guarino was in charge of I guess he's their forensic guy. He's just some cop. And he handed over to the defense, the full extraction report, but there was nothing incriminating there. And so they're like, okay, well, we're going to hire, luckily she hired Alan Jackson. Was like, we're going to get our own guy. I got another guy that can do this, who is like actually does this for a living, owns a company that does this, is like renowned, like people, like one of the best of the best, not some fucking Norwood cop. Like, that's what Nicholas Guarino is. He's a fucking cop. And so they hand it over and they go through her phone and they find all types of shit, like a deleted 227 Google search and a whole bunch of deleted phone calls, including 2 calls at 6:07 and 6:08 to Nicole Albert, which were answered. I believe it says answered. That means somebody answered it. It means it's not a voicemail, Adam Lally, no matter what that asshole tells you. And yeah, so we are pulling on to Chapman now, I believe this is. Fairview Road is off of this street, but that is our 3rd stop in Canton. The first place we're going to is the Proctor household, and then we'll be going to the McCabe household. I'm sure they all know we're in town. I've yet to see a Canton cop, so people aren't worried. They're going to be, what are they going to do? They're not doing anything. Like, come on, they're like, stop it. So this is but I got my license. I'm going the speed limit. I got my registration. I'm ready to rock. So I'm not worried about anything like that. So
this car is mint, by the way.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate it. Richie's liking the ride. It's a pleasure driving this car. I'm not gonna lie. It's got great fuel mileage on it. I'm very happy.
Like
it's driving a spaceship. Yeah, the screen's amazing. Like, I got in the car. I was gonna get a 2020 that had it was cheaper, obviously, and it had like 20,000 miles on it. And then this car was in the showroom, and I sat in it, and I'm like, oh, oh, I almost came in my pants. It was like, oh my God, that screen, dude. Like,
I can see
oh
why.
My God.
Sick.
Yeah. So anyway, we just went by Fairview Road. So we will be back there. We will be back there. And they would have been coming on that night. The fastest way would have been this way and then take a right. But she got, and they not lost, like they went away that was like 30 seconds to a minute longer. And again, Richie and I recreated this about 2 months ago, and we went very slowly because there was snowing that night. And we did all the timing. They left at 12:11, saw how many minutes it would take. It took 7 to 8 minutes to get there. So we know that John got there right around 12:20 at the latest. So any lie from Adam Lally that he's telling you that he got there at a different time is bogus. So,
And Jen's texts later were bogus, right?
yeah, so Jen's texts were all bogus. So we are outside of the temple. They love to bring up this temple. So it's Saturday. It's temple's in business. So this is the temple where it's mentioned a few times in the core records about how they picked up Karen's car, I think at like 12:17 around there. They picked up her car right here, which only proves that she was on her way. So they would have come down this way where we're going now, and they would have taken a left on Dedham Street up here. I know this freaking town too well by now. Like I know my way around Canton, like the back of my hand. Like I could tell you where all these people live in town, and we're gonna visit their homes today. We're gonna visit some new homes today that we haven't been to. And some people might say that this is, you know, you shouldn't be going to people's homes. Again, we're gonna be respectful though. We're not gonna trespass. We're not gonna step on their property, but we will peacefully protest outside of their homes because you don't, like, I'm a award-winning journalist. I can come to your home and ask you questions. Like that's what the media does. And if you are home, I do have some questions. Now, the thing about this was you have to announce that you're doing it. And there's Dedham Street, by the way. That's where they went down to get there. But you got to let them know. So it gives them time to get the hell out of Dodge, which is fine. Because I don't really care if I see them or not. This is a symbolic thing that we're doing right now. Okay. All right, so we are about to pass the Canton Police Department there on the left. We will be finishing our protest there. They have put up barricades in the back so you can't park there. On the right is 1473 Washington Street, home of Tim Albert and Bernie Albert, and formerly Brian Albert, and formerly Jen McCabe, because these people just sell homes to each other, which is apparently completely normal in town. Like you just sell homes to your friends, hang out with your friends, have sex with your friends, whatever. Okay, marry them. Everybody wants to marry an Albert. Unfortunately, there's only 6, so you got to get them quick, ladies. You know, Jen had to settle for a McCabe, so, and we saw what those titties look like. But okay, so we are about half a mile from Wentworth Road, the street where conflicted state trooper Michael Proctor lives on. We will be peacefully protesting outside momentarily and talking about his involvement in the cover-up. That he was really the most pivotal one. Without Michael Proctor, like he's the MVP. If you are an Albert, like nobody is more valuable to you than him. So, because without him, none of this happens. Maybe it does, I don't know. But without him, like he really went out of his way to protect so many people. Hey!
Turtle riders.
We got turtle riders lining the streets. Okay, here we go. So we're turning on to Wentworth. Oh, did I put this in? Oh, it's in neutral. God damn it. Okay. All right, so here we are. Oh, we got a car there outside the Proctor home. So I don't know where everyone's going to park. They have a private property sign up. They knew, oh, there's a fucking lemonade stand. You got to be kidding me.
They're going to sell a lot of lemonade.
Yeah, okay. So we are going to pull up right along the edge here. All right, and we'll see what happens. Let's do it. Get the megaphone. Who? Proctor?
Yep.
He got out of Dodge? All right. There he is. All right. So we are here. Everyone's coming in. Look at all these people. Look at all these people. Look at all the cars. This is the most traffic this road has ever gotten. Man, the neighbors need to do something about their lawn. Holy cow. Holy cow. Okay. We got, if you're over here, please hit up the lemonade stand. There's some nice children over there selling lemonade. It looks delicious. Turtle riders are helping them out. First of all, I don't know if those kids did this on purpose, but if they did, well done, kids. Yeah. That is entrepreneurial right there. Like, I am going to set up a lemonade stand on the day of the Turtleboy rolling rally. That is ingenious. God bless those children. Feel free to support them. Hello! Hey! What's happening? There we go. All right. So, all right, welcome everybody. We'll let people rolling in here. Like I said, it's going to be difficult because we're in residential areas, but this is the home of conflicted state trooper Michael Proctor. It appears as if, does he still, oh, you notice he's got a turtle crossing thing there? I keep put that up. Some people thought that a turtle rider put that up, and we're now told that he put that up. And that's kind of speaks to how arrogant he is, that he's almost like mocking us. They do have a private property sign now, which is smart because I've knocked on his door a couple weeks ago, and he's a state trooper, so he knows that if he puts that up, then we cannot step on his property, which is fine. It also appears as if they've taken down the thin blue line flag, which is good because Michael Proctor doesn't care about murdered police officers who sacrificed their lives, and because he covered one up. Now he pretends to, because he arrested and charged a woman that not only is factually innocent, but that he knows is factually innocent. And I don't understand how any person can put someone in a box for the rest of their life knowing that that person did nothing wrong. Like the amount of ways that the man who lives inside this house with this lovely family, well, except for his wife, but for the rest of half of his family's lovely at least. The man who lives in this house knows that Karen Reed did not kill John O'Keefe. And he knows that he wants to protect all sorts of Canton people who were there that night, which is why he did the unprecedented move of spelling wrong the names of at least 5 people who were in the house that night. If there was one spelling mistake, maybe that could be something. But ask any police officer who's ever filled out a report. They got to get spelling right. Spelling, date of birth. Those are 2 things that they always get right on everything. He spelled the names wrong of Sarah Levinson, who we did not even know was inside the house until 9 months after the fact. Julie Nagel. Caitlin Albert, who literally lived there. He got that one wrong. That was a tough one. He also got wrong Emily Fabiano. And, Catherine Duty. He got her first and last name wrong. So she got the 2-for-1 special. And if you're unfamiliar with Canton, the Duty name, unfortunately, is a big name around here. It's an unfortunate name. But the Duties, Charles Duty was the fire chief at the time and is now the town administrator. And they're obviously hiding things. He played dumb with me when I confronted him and I asked if his daughter was there. Oh, that's what they told me. Really? You didn't ask your daughter about that time she was at a murder scene? Okay, sure thing, Charles. But Michael Proctor planted taillight evidence. There's no real evidence in this trial. The only things they got on her is, I hit him, which the only people saying they heard that are all friends of Jem McCabe or Jem McCabe herself. And the taillight evidence, which somehow the Canton Police Department missed. Somehow they missed it when there was only an inch of snow on the ground and they brought their leaf blower out and their solo cups and they missed the taillight everywhere and the shoe. The guy is missing a shoe and they don't think to ask, gee, I wonder where his other shoe is. Maybe it's in that house where the body is laying, and they didn't go inside, they didn't do any of that. How Michael Proctor became the detective on this case is still unknown, but we know that Michael Proctor is good friends, very good friends, his family, with the Chris Albert family particularly. And if you're friends with Chris Albert and you're going to weddings with Jill Daniels and Colin Albert and all these people, if you've known Colin Albert since you were a child, of course, well, not of course, I still wouldn't do it, but it's understandable that he would want to protect Colin because he's got his whole life in front of him. And maybe he thought it was a mistake. There was an accident that Colin did this. I don't know. So he figured I'll just cover up for him. But the problem covering up for murders is not only does John O'Keefe not get justice, but somebody has to go to jail for it. And he had no problem framing an innocent woman, a woman he knew to be innocent, which is why he went to Dayton at 2:30 in the afternoon, because we know from the call logs that he called the Dayton Police Department and asked them to bring a tow, to have her car towed. He said he wasn't even there yet. He says he didn't get there until 4:30, except we have Ring camera footage, which they now claim didn't reset because of daylight savings 3 months after daylight savings happened. And the taillight and the alarm.com footage shows that Cameron Reed's car was towed at 4:12 p.m. 4:12 p.m., which left conflicted Detective Trooper Michael Proctor with 1 hour and 18 minutes unobstructed with the car. He could do whatever he wanted with it. Instead of bringing it to a state police barracks, which would be the normal thing to do since the state police were in charge of the investigation, he brought it back to Canton Police Department so they could be closer to the scene of the crime, so we could pull a little Shawshank Redemption and do a little sprinkle of the taillight right where the body was found, and somehow made a fool of the Canton Police Department, who somehow missed all that. And they're okay with that. They're not upset that, oh yeah, this guy's calling you stupid and incompetent, but I guess you'll have to take that one on the chin because you wouldn't want to upset Michael Proctor, would you? So this is Michael Proctor's house. He's a disgrace to police officers everywhere. He covers up for murderers, and he tries to send people who he knows to be innocent to jail. We need to get rid of cops like him and have more good cops like John O'Keefe. All right, so next we're going to 𝗵𝗂𝗃𝗃, which is like a quarter mile away. So she's not there, but we're still going to go there anyway. All right, let's go. Country Hill Lane. Yeah, Country Hill Lane. Yeah, you'll see us all. Yeah, it's Country Hill Lane, right? That's the name.
Should we walk?
It's Country Hill Lane. Is that what it's called? Country Lane? Yeah, I don't remember the name. Country Lane, yeah, something like that. Oh, we're going by my car.
You said it's less than a mile?
No, it's like probably like half a mile.
Let everybody walking.
I'm jumping in my car.
Can I get a picture
Yeah.
with you? Thank you.
There we go.
Thank you.
You're welcome. So what's up, cadet? How you doing? Nice to see you. Oh, thank you. Oh, thank you. Very nice of you. It's good times. Let's do it. Oh my God, this is the most traffic this street has ever. I can't believe there's no cops.
There's more people here. I know, and there's more people here than I saw at the stuff.
Yeah, there's a lot more. We've grown. We got 1,500 people watching live. This is gonna be interesting. Dude, I didn't even bother with the permit. I'm like, fuck it. You can't stop me from just driving around town. That's all we're doing.
Huge showing today.
Yeah,
of Turtle
quite the
Riders.
showing. Quite the showing.
I mean, there's got to be at least 100, 200 cars.
Oh
here.
my gosh, look at this shit.
Just
Look at this
traffic
shit.
everywhere.
No, this is wild. This is wild. Turtle Riders have invaded Canton. Dude, there's cars everywhere. People have painted on their cars. Everyone's wearing their Karen Reed shirts and their How Long to Die in Culture. And this is all for a woman who's literally being charged with murdering a police officer. Has this ever happened before?
It's crazy.
Where a defendant in a murder trial has had this sort of widespread community support? Like, it's never happened before. So it's happening now though. So we're going to 𝗵𝗂𝗃𝗃. Look at this shit. There's fucking cars everywhere. Dude. Look at
Oh my
all
gosh,
these
it's a
fucking
traffic
people.
jam.
I know. All right. So we got 1,500 people watching, man. Let's do it. We're gonna get justice for John O'Keefe and justice for Cameron Reed. That's what we're here to do, folks. That is what we're here to do. And maybe we'll go to the waterfall bar after. Yeah, we're gonna get a shot at the next place at Jen's house. It'll be more wide open. We're gonna get a shot of all the cars. You don't need a permit to drive. Exactly. Are we going to D&E? I don't know. I don't know. I feel like we'll see. I don't like because they're all watching. That's this thing about this is they're all watching. So like I'm sure Chris Albert's not there. I'm sure he's not there, and I don't want to bother like some fucking pizza guy. Was this the street? Was it this street?
It looks like it. Yeah.
This is
McCabe's.
Yeah, this is McCabe's. Okay,
Yeah.
Here we go. Now some people are just walking over there. We got the news camera guy here. Is this the same guy from before? That's a nice
him.
camera.
Yeah.
That's a nice camera. Look at it. It is packed in the street. These people. Yeah, sorry, you live on the McCabe Street. Look at that woman. That woman's so confused. Poor lady. I feel bad.
Like neighbors are looking out the
Yeah,
windows.
all the neighbors looking out. Yeah, they know we're
They're
coming.
smiling.
We've temporarily invaded your town, but they know what assholes they are.
Yeah.
So here we go. 𝗪𝗂𝗵𝗍. 𝗪𝗂𝗵𝗍. Okay. We're going to park right over
Here it is.
here. Okay. Let's do it. All right, so we're gonna watch everyone pull up in here. Obviously not many people here right now, but we got a whole procession behind us. And I guess we'll stand, see, she's got a no trespassing sign, two of them on the line, so they're very clear about that. We know that they are at 𝗥𝗄𝗺 Beach right now. Oh, look, they got a ring camera. Hey guys, hey Jen, what's going on? We're here. I know you're getting alerts on your phone in 𝗥𝗄𝗺, Maine. We got people up there too, so. No justice, no peace. Hopefully you're not fearing still. And please try to lay off the sauce when you sexually harass me, Jen, with various pictures of half-naked men. That's kind of weird when you did that. So, all right, so people are starting to stream on in here. Oh, here they come. We got a crew coming up here. Okay. So, let people roll in. Some people just walk. The Proctor household is like literally a quarter mile from the McCabe household, but they don't know each other. They don't know each other. We just got a picture. We got a picture of Michael Proctor in 2017 at his sister's house with his niece in the foreground, but in the background there are the two youngest McCabe children in that picture. But according to Adam Lally, Lunchbox Lally, he actually said this with a straight face, that those are not, the girl in the front is not McCabe's kid. Now we know that. Nobody ever said that the girl in the front was McCabe's kid, but the girls in the back are. And they were in towels too. Normally children don't just walk around in towels, like free-range feral children. They appeared to be, school age, probably like, 7 or 8 years old. I don't think they just wandered into the background and photobombed Michael Proctor at a family event. It obviously involves some sort of pool because, they're in towels. And so Jen McCabe, here we are at the home of Jen and Matthew McCabe and all of their 4 daughters, who I do feel bad for. When I first heard this story and I read about it, I'm like, and I found out that Jen McCabe had kids, I'm like, that's kind of sad. Like, the mother's obviously going to go to jail for this. And it's sad whenever kids are separated from their parents like that. But the more I've learned about Jen McCabe, she doesn't really give a shit about her kids very much. And honestly, her kids need to see mom in jail because the cycle will repeat itself. If they think that they can just live life like this and cover up murders and be involved in stuff like this, then what kind of values are they learning? So, if you're unfamiliar with the case, look at all these fucking... Here we go. Okay. You ever go to a keg party in high school, like in a suburban area, and like way too many people come up, and you see this, you're like, oh man, cops are coming. Cops are going to be here real soon over something like this. Like, they're breaking this one up. There's no way. This is too good to be true. That's like what we got here. It's like a road where nobody lives, and it's just packed. Like somebody's calling the cops. So anyway, we got rush hour traffic here on a dead-end road in Canton. And so Jennifer McCabe, pretended to be Karen Reed and John O'Keefe's friend. Her daughter was friends with John O'Keefe's niece. Oh, sorry. Hi, John McCabe's neighbor. You're free Karen Reed. Are you team Karen Reed? Team Karen Reed. All right. So, anyway, so John McCabe pretended to be friends with John because their kids were friends together and whatever. And then she invited him over, possibly premeditated, knowing what John was going to find in that house. And she invited him over to 34 Fairview Road for an after party and was pretty insistent that they come there. John, within seconds of getting inside the house, was confronted by an 18-year-old meathead, a psychopath, who obviously had issues with him when they were formerly neighbors, because he would throw beer cans on his lawn and whatnot. And he was immediately beaten in the basement. We know that because his phone pinged inside the house. Something went terribly wrong by 12:29, within minutes. Jennifer McCabe was not even thinking about calling 911. Her first instinct was to cover this up. She called his phone and answered it, knowing that he was unconscious, to make it look like he was still alive. She then texted and called him 6 times between 12:40 and 12:50 a.m. to make it seem like, "Are you coming, John? I'm really worried about you." But she knew exactly where John was. John was bleeding out in the basement. His life could have been saved. She made a conscious choice not to save it. She made a conscious choice not to save his life when she could have. And then she left, gave 2 people a ride home, including one person who lives close to John, so she could go by his house and see if Karen Reed was still awake. And then she got home, and instead of going to bed after a night full of drinking, she decided to Google how long to die in cold, which is a really freaking weird thing to Google at 2:27 if you're not worried about somebody dying in the cold, and if you believe, as you told police, that you thought that John went home. So why would you have to worry? Like, why would that cross your mind at 2:27 a.m.? She then stayed up all night, despite being drunk all day. She was up at 4:53 a.m. when Karen Reed finally called her. And literally, she was watching the minutes tick by. Every minute that went by, she felt more and more confident that she was going to get away with it, because it was more and more likely that John would die and not wake up and tell the world what they did to him. Then she filled Karen Reed's mind with poison and lies on the way over, pretending to be her friend, and then told Michael Proctor a bunch of lies. When she spoke with police at Brian Albert's house, she told them something, but apparently it wasn't enough, because she had to call back her good friend Michael Lake at 9 o'clock because she remembered something. She suddenly recalled that Karen Reed said a whole bunch of incriminating stuff in the car. She just remembered it at 9 a.m. He comes back, takes a statement. They hang out there for a couple more hours and then decide to get in the cars during the middle of a blizzard and come over here for the friends and family meeting with Michael Proctor, where they were all interviewed together. No protocols were followed. No tough questions were asked. And as a result, Karen Reed was charged with the murder of John O'Keefe shortly after that. So I just want all of John McCabe's neighbors to know, in case they don't already know, the people that live right here at 12, they're cop killers. These are cop killers, folks. These are cop killers that live here. They could have saved John O'Keefe's life. They didn't have to. So your neighbors are cop killers. They're going to try to live life like nothing has happened, but we're not going to let them do that, because you don't get to kill police officers and fathers and get away with it. And you certainly don't get to frame innocent people who did nothing wrong to you and send them to jail for the rest of their life, simply because you don't want to take responsibility for what your brother-in-law / side piece did. So, again, we got a long line here, so we're going to go on to the next house now. We are going to 78 Highland Street. 78 Highland Street. Let's do it. 78 Highlands. Oh, the truck? Okay. That's fine.
What's the address again?
78 Highlands.
78 Highland.
Thank you.
Yeah. Yeah.
thank you.
You're welcome. Let's do it. Let's do it. Thank you.
What's the next one? So I keep telling people.
78 Highlands.
Island?
What's up?
There's a lot of people that still aren't here, you know what I mean? If the next stop, if you could just...
Yeah, you need to wait.
Okay.
You know what I mean? People are still pulling in.
Okay. The next one, I'll wait longer. Okay. I'll wait longer next time.
78 Highlands?
78 Highlands. Yep.
The next one I'll tell everybody. Oh, Highland Street. Oh, yeah.
So is this him in the Ford truck? Parked illegally?
Ooh, maybe the white truck.
Going backwards? You guys gotta see this. What is that guy doing? And is that him?
There you go.
Thank you,
11
sir.
minutes.
All right, so we're getting the tour now. We're on a South Canton now. We're in North Canton.
I'd already.
No sign of the police. Oh my goodness gracious, Albert's your best. So, yeah. Anyway, we got a lot of turtle riders out there. 1,600 people watching live right now. I'm told there was a state trooper there, so people are saying it's blurry. Let me see what this says. So I'm a little blurry. Okay. People are saying it's a little blurry. Cops have a jamming device. Everyone's saying it's blurry. But anyway, it's me still, guys. I don't know if you guys can hear me okay. It's still me. It's fine now, they're saying. Woo! People say Kate Peters stalking the rally, violating the HPL. It's true, Kate. There's someone here that you're not allowed to come within 100 feet of, so might want to stay away. Might want to stay away, or just get a life. You know, like just live your own life. Like do whatever you want to do. Be happy. Hang out with your kids. Just be a person instead of like obsessing over me. It's kind of weird. Okay, so here we go. We're off to Highland Street, going south now. Let's go. Okay. So we're going to be passing by the police station again. This is great. We're going all through this town today. In and out, in and out. We're penetrating the shit out of it. There's Blue Hill Country Club. I believe the McCabe's golf there. You know, it's a very nice town. It is a very nice town. It's a shame that a bunch of assholes had to move here and kill someone. But it is otherwise a very nice town. So I have nothing against the town of Canton itself and the fine people that live here. I'm sure most of them are equally as disgusted as we are. Some people say that, oh, everyone in Canton thinks Karen Reed did it. Newsflash, nobody thinks Karen Reed did it. Like, at least no one that has actually paid attention for more than 5 minutes. The only people that think Karen Reed did it are the people that just don't know anything about the case. And you're like, yeah, she did it, sure, because they told me she did it, and that's it. But nobody who's actually looked into it, besides Carl Dougal, he's the one dumbass who's actually looked into it and is still believes this, and Paul O'Keefe too. But even, I don't even know if they think that Karen Reed did it. Like, nobody believes that. And it's just wild. Like, Judge Cannoni knows that Karen Reed didn't do this. The district attorney's office knows that Karen Reed didn't do this. And they're all just cool with it. They're all just cool with, like, yeah, we're just going to push forward anyway. I thought for sure, when I first wrote this story, I'm like, oh, well, they have to drop the charges now. I mean, it's with the Google search, it's like, how can you continue? And they're like, no, we're just gonna make up some shit. We're just gonna throw shit against the wall and see if it sticks. And just, yeah, maybe people will believe our lie. And nobody really believes it, but they go along with it because of self-preservation. And because they don't want to see the bad guys go to jail, and so they have to paint Karen Reed as this crazy person, this crazy psycho bitch, which clearly she's not. Clearly, if Karen Reed was a crazy psycho bitch, then I'll tell you one thing about crazy psycho bitches, is they leave a long trail of destruction behind them. It ain't hard. It ain't hard to find the ex-boyfriend who was like, oh, that bitch is crazy. She keyed up my car. She was nuts, you know. She stopped taking she said she was gonna get pregnant and then was lying about being pregnant. There's always some story behind the crazy psycho ex. But Karen Reed doesn't have anything like that, you know? There are no ex-boyfriends coming forward and saying this. Every single person who comes forward about Karen Reed is like, this is out of character. This doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
Karen Reed is well respected and well liked and also very generous and kind and caring. And they just find it impossible to believe that she did this. So we know, and I didn't know who she was before this. I feel like I've gotten to learn who she is as a person. Look at, people are literally lining the roads right now, cheering us on, drinking beers on their front lawn. You guys got to see this. Check this out.
It's Karen Reed Day.
Beers on their front lawns. Like, this is wild, man. This is wild. I don't know if we lost the stream there, but we are going to Highland Street right now in Canton. We are on Washington Street, the main thoroughway in town. This will bring us by the waterfall bar and all that fun shit. So, man, it's a nice town. It's a nice town. Yeah. It's like, it's a shame that
a lot of ring cameras.
Definitely a lot of ring cameras, a lot of security, and I don't blame them, because you got nice property here. You don't want people fucking with it or killing people and dumping bodies on the front. I mean, that's the craziest part about this, is that, like, they didn't do anything. We know that because we went and knocked on doors. Is that Canton High School? Or no, this is like some administrative building. The high school's right around here somewhere. Yes, it is the high school.
It looks like it.
I thought the high school would be nicer.
Yeah.
They needed a new school. You deserve the taxes. Talk to 𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏. He's on the board of selectmen. Get him to buy you a new school. That thing looks dumpy. You need a better high school than that. I went by Westwood. It looked a lot nicer on my way here. Okay. So we are now approaching
the library.
Oh, the Canton Library, which I don't know if they're...
It's town hall, too.
And there's town hall, where we audited recently. And we'll be going by 𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏 because we went there last time and we went to the wrong house. So there's like a million apartments there. He's another one that just, I mean, he's broke. I say 𝗕𝗹𝗵 the loser of the family, which is pretty impressive when your brother is 𝗵𝗵. I mean, that's not an easy task. I'm just saying. Like, the most successful two are Brian and Kevin, by far. Probably Brian and then Kevin. And Brian's a killer, and Kevin's an asshole. Everybody tells me Kevin Albert's like a huge asshole.
He's the cop, right?
He's a cop in Canton. And that, you know, come on. Like, it's like they weren't going to cover this up. Like Kevin Albert, I'd like to see his calls that morning. Like, he didn't know what the fuck was going on. Like, he didn't tell Lank, like, don't go in the fucking house. Don't search that house. Just, it was the girl. It was the girl. They're just going to blame the girl from the beginning because somebody, they knew, at least, like, they were smart enough to know that, like, they couldn't get rid of the body. Like, that's what the mafia would have done. They chopped it up. Like, Brian Albert's like, well, no, we can't get rid of him because we have to explain where he fucking went. So we're just going to throw him on the front lawn and be like, ooh, I don't know how that happened. Ooh, how'd that get there? Like, that was literally the plan. How'd that get there? And it worked out perfectly for them for a while. So there's Maple Street. That's where Chris Albert lives, down there. And we are now approaching the waterfall bar. I believe we'll be up here on the left. And then the C.F. McCarthy's, I think, is on the right. I think. Is the waterfall on the left? I always forget which is. Remember we couldn't find the waterfall bar? We went by it like 4 times.
Right there.
Yeah. Oh, there it is. Yeah, there's the waterfall bar. And
They're looking too.
Yep. And then here we have.
You getting camera? Yeah.
There we go.
More
we got
fans.
D&E Pizza up here. There it is in all its glory. Is it open?
Closed.
It's open, it says.
It is?
Yeah.
The shades are down.
We got turtle riders everywhere,
riders
taping
everywhere.
us, dude. It's like a freaking presidential, like when the president comes to town,
And you're
like
the
that kind of
president.
shit. Like people are lining the streets right now, cheering for this, loving this, drinking beers, partying. We're coming to Canton. We're going all up and in your town. You know, we're gonna go in and out everywhere, the whole 9 yards.
Isn't it scary though how if Karen didn't get her lawyers, we would never know about any of this, and it would have she just would have gotten.
Yeah, like if they didn't hire Rick Green, we never would have found out how long to die in cold. And that's scary because every person should have access to a guy like Rick Green. Like everyone. if you're gonna do a cell phone extraction, should get the full extraction. It should not just be up to some former Norwood cop like Nicholas Guarino, who doesn't know the first shit about technology. He's like, oh, here's an extraction, here's everything I found. I pressed the button and here's all the files and blah, blah, blah. Like, no, we need actual nerdy tech people, not, you know, former Norwood cops to come on here and show us exactly what's in the file. Okay, so we're taking a right on High Street in 600 feet. Well, I've never been to this part of Canton. So this is the part that goes towards Sharon, I believe. All right, so, all right. Okay, so Highland Street is up here on the left.
So you're expecting at least this many people on the 25th?
Oh yeah, I'm expecting a bigger crowd on the 25th because that's, you know, this was, I gave people 1 day's notice with this.
Yeah.
Like, that's it. So we're going to 78 Highland. Okay. Man, I don't know if this is a through road. No, it's kind of, I mean, I guess it's kind of a through road. So I don't know where people are going to park in there, but we'll figure it out. We will figure it out. So I'm going to let people, I'm going to give like 5 minutes for people to show up. This is not, I mean, it's like, it's my first rolling rally, so I don't really know how the fuck this works.
Driveway's blocked.
That's 58. We're going to 78. So we got some people here already. Okay, 64. 66. The neighbors on these streets, like, what is going on here? I cannot believe we haven't seen a single Canton cop since they want no part of this, huh?
No.
None. So I guess we'll just park right here.
Sure.
Yeah, fuck it. Let's do it. What was that?
Liz Erk from Stone.
Oh, nice to meet you, Liz. How are you? All right. So here we are, 78. What's going on, guys? How you doing?
Good, how are you?
Good, thank you. So 74, is this 78? Okay. The brick one? It's a nice house. Oh, looks like people home too. Okay. Oh, I forgot my megaphone. Give me 1 sec. Hold on. I gotta get the megaphone. That's fine. We gotta let people stroll in here anyway. So we got people rolling in.
I guess they just moved in too.
Oh, the point is, a densely populated street, let me tell you. Look at this car, free Karen Reed and the Coverup. You love to look at all these cars. Free Karen Reed. You love to see it. You love to see it. Okay. It looks like we got bumper stickers. Love to see it.
A lot of gear.
Look at all these shirts. All right. So we'll let people roll in here. I guess I feel bad. People keep missing. People are getting here late for other ones. So I'll wait a couple minutes, let people stroll in here. I understand the parking's a bitch around here. It's an I think this is the first rolling rally they've ever had in the history of Canton. So they're not up for it. It's kind of weird. I'm kind of creeped out that there's no police. We haven't seen a single Canton police officer. Did you? Okay. Are they in regular cop cars? Yes. Okay. Yeah. I mean, I thought for sure that they would be like following us, making sure things fine. I think they're. Oh, they are.
Oh yeah, we just saw them. They were working.
Oh, okay. Oh, this is 76. Okay, we're going to 78. Sorry, 76. Oh, okay. So we're going to 78. There are, do they have cameras here? So they covered up the number. Ooh, I wonder why they did that. Okay, that's fine. No, this is Julie Nagel's house. This is Julie Nagel's house. Okay. Yes, he could. All right, so we'll let people stroll on in here. We are approaching the home right now. This is a really densely populated area. I guess they're home because we didn't tip them off that we were coming, or else they would have pulled a McCabe and gone to a gunkwit. But we are outside the home of Julie Nagel. Julie Nagel, at first I thought that, you know, maybe she's not that much of a part of it. Maybe she was just there. Obviously, she didn't do it. I mean, she's not going to beat and kill John O'Keefe. That doesn't make any sense. But she is the girlfriend of Brian Albert's oldest son, Brian Albert Jr. And by the way, what is up with the Alberts? Like, does everyone have to name their oldest son after themselves? Is that like a requirement in the Albert family? Apparently, you get the crest. It's literally a cult. So we are, look at all the people here. Holy cow, people are still walking in here. So we're letting people catch up. That was a request. So we're going to wait a couple minutes before talking about what happened there. But thank everybody for coming out today. We really appreciate this. I'm sure Karen, if she's watching right now, appreciates seeing all the support here, because like a year or so ago, she was kind of all by herself, and she was being charged with murder, and she knew that these powerful institutions had framed her, had killed her boyfriend of 2 years, had turned his 2 children against her, had lied to them, and you know, we can't underestimate what that woman has been through mentally. Not only being charged, I mean, I think she motivates me. I mean, I've been through some tough times myself, but sometimes I'm like, well, at least I'm not being framed for murder. So I got that going for me. And I don't know how I'd wake up every day if I was her and go on with life. She's stronger than me. She's probably the strongest woman I've ever encountered. For her to not only to just, I mean, how she has the strength to wake up every day really is a miracle. But I think, and I'm sure, that seeing all this support all of a sudden for this has completely changed her mentality, her mental health, let her know that, you know, all these people have your back. No one's going to let you go to jail for this. No one's going to let you you're not going to be convicted. There's a 0.0% chance that you are going to jail for this, which is really only half of the problem. Like, getting the charges dropped for Karen Read or having her acquitted is really only solving half the problem, because then you still have the problem that the people who killed John O'Keefe are going free. And we can't let them say, well, the person who did it got away with it. The people who did it need to be held accountable. So if you're a neighbor and you're listening right now, I apologize for all this traffic on your Saturday. But the people who live here at 78 Highland Street, the Nagels, a woman lives here by the name of Julie Nagel. Julie Nagel was present on the morning of January 29th, 2022 at 34 Fairview Road when Boston police officer John O'Keefe was badly beaten, had his a huge laceration in the back of his head, was chewed up by a dog. She knew that all of this happened in the house, and she left at 1:47 a.m. with a woman by the name of Jennifer McCabe, whose house we recently went to, and she gave her a ride back home here. She is actively covering up. Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. So she actively, you know, she might not have been the one that orchestrated the cover-up, but at any point, Julie Nagel, you can come out. At any point, Julie, nothing is stopping you from telling the truth, from saving yourself. You know what happened that night. You know why John's body was on that lawn. You know why he has that huge laceration in the back of his head. You know that he was bleeding out. I'm sure it was traumatic to be in that house. And I'm sure you are crapping your pants. Like, what am I going to do? What am I going to do? I understand the moral dilemma that you're in, because this is your boyfriend's father. and you probably know Brian Albert Sr., and you've probably been to family events with him, and maybe he's going to be your father-in-law someday, and you probably envision this whole life that suddenly was going to come to an end if Brian Albert and Colin Albert were held responsible for what they did. So I get it. I get the moral conundrum that you have there. It's very hard. But you can't get away with it anymore. Too many people know. They're gonna go down. The question is, are you gonna go down with them? Nothing is stopping you from coming forward and telling the police what happened. We know that you did not even talk to conflicted State Trooper Michael Proctor until 11 months after the murder. You talked to him in January of 2023. For the first time, you and Sarah Levinson were interviewed. And you are the only person that they spoke with who said that they saw anything on the lawn. You said in the police report that you saw something dark and shadowy on the lawn. You were very vague on purpose because you knew that if all of you said nothing was on the lawn, that wouldn't make any sense. So you had to say, oh, maybe I did see something. Maybe there was something there. We know it. And that is not just you. The second you made that statement and the second you made up that lie, and that's what it was a lie. The second you made up that lie, you became much more complicit in the cover-up of the murder because you went out of your way to make up a statement that you knew was untrue. And you were doing it to frame an innocent woman. You know, you obviously come from, you have parents, you got a brother and stuff like that. Karen Reed has a brother too. Karen Reed has parents too. Have you thought at all about what life would be for them visiting their daughter once every 2 weeks on visitation day in Framingham? Has that ever crossed your mind about what you're doing to an innocent woman? Is Brian Albert Jr. really worth it? I understand, oh, you got an Albert. I know the goal of every woman in this town seems to be to procreate with an Albert. I get it. But that dream is officially over. They no longer have the weight behind their name that they used to. So, I mean, I'd dump them and find somebody else. That's just me. And I would come clean and you could be the hero to save us all. Your brother is the only person so far to tell the truth. Your brother's statements, yeah, give it up for Ryan Nagel. Give it up for him. Your brother, Ryan, pulled up behind Karen Reed when she pulled in there and let her go first. John immediately ran into the house and he told the police the truth. He told them that there was nobody in the car with Karen Reed, that she was sitting there with her interior lights on, that her hands were at 10 and 2, that there was nobody outside the car. He confirmed that she could not have possibly done this, that he was inside the house. Now it's your turn to join your brother and be honest and tell the police why you came outside and told your brother to go home, even though you called him looking for a ride. You need to explain that. It's not too late to save yourself. You can avoid jail in doing that, but you're gonna have to talk. It's not an option to remain silent. I mean, I know you guys have covered up. You didn't want us coming here. We found it. I mean, 76 is right there, so I'm guessing this is 78. It wasn't brain surgery. That didn't work. So you might as well tell the truth and let the world know what happened. So, neighbors, maybe you guys can help us pressure them into this. Julie Nagel was involved. It was at the murder of a Boston police officer. She knows what happened, and she is actively involved in the cover-up. She'd not be able to walk around town like none of this happened, while an innocent woman named Karen Reed, a very nice woman named Karen Reed, suffers the consequences of her silence and her complicity.
The truth will set you free.
The truth will set you free. Absolutely, absolutely. So, the next place we're going to go to, did somebody say that, what was the next one? What was the Levinson address? Yeah, but is that like a dead end? People are saying.
Someone said it's got dirt road or something like that, he said.
Okay. So parking's probably not going to work out there, huh? So why don't we, all right, so next up, the next stop in our tour of Canton, we're going to be going to 31 Fairview Road, to the home of Deputy Police Chief Thomas Kelleher. to see if he's home and see if he wants to come outside. Let's go. Oh,
I just want to give this
Oh.
to you and thank you.
oh, thank you. Very nice of you. Thank
My
you.
boyfriend and I watch you all the time, and we love you, and you are just fucking hero.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that. It's very kind of you. Very kind of you guys. Oh, Jesus Christ. Thank you. You guys are too nice. I appreciate that. Oh, yeah, I can't shut it off because it's streaming, but we can talk after. Oh, we waited 10 minutes. Oh, yeah. I waited for a while.
Canton, it took us this long to get.
Oh, yeah. We'll try to wait longer.
I'm right across from Home
Fairview will wait longer.
Pizza, and I know Canton, I could get here fast.
Justice for Karen Reed.
They're with us.
Good, good, good.
They're with us.
What's happening? Thank you.
Prior after, right?
No, we're on 31 Fairview.
Prior to.
Yeah, that's gonna go after. Yeah. Yeah. 31 Fairview. 31 Fairview. Hey, how you doing? There we go.
Thanks, Turtle.
You're welcome.
I'll see you over there.
Hello there.
Hello.
Hi, puppy. Hi, honey. Cancer.
That's so fucking wild.
Let's do it. This is it. This is the whip. I'm getting tips.
I know.
I'm like,
Here's 100 for
oh, Jesus Christ, you didn't have to do that. I appreciate that. Oh, that's pretty horrible. Thank you very much.
The people are handing Turtleboy
I'm like a
cash.
stripper. Yeah. Like an
love you,
upscale
man.
stripper. I don't even take my clothes off this time. All right, this time.
I've never seen such an outpouring of love for
Oh,
someone.
it's crazy, man. So we're off to 31 Fairview. Probably should have hit that on the way here, but okay. Okay. Let's go. End 31 Fairview. All right, here we go. So it is 8 minutes away.
Right?
People are saying, please don't turn down Sherman. Please don't turn down Sherman Street. We are on the lawn waving at you. Head to Dedham. We want to yell at you. I will say, I got to go the way. I got to go the
Easiest
fastest
way,
way.
yeah.
But we'll be going down that road later. Don't worry. We'll go that way on the way to the police station. We already went down Dedham. Oh, no, we haven't been on Dedham yet.
So the
Actually, you know what? Maybe I will do that. Maybe I'll go the Karen Reed way.
So the neighbors in the house next to her came outside. Were giving you a thumbs up.
Oh,
and
were
cheering.
they? Okay.
The next door neighbor.
The house we initially went to, we
Yeah.
thought it was
They're
77.
your supporters too.
Yeah.
That must be awkward for them.
I know. Dude, like every place we've been to, the neighbors have come out and supported us. So like Jen McCabe's neighbors, like I want you to know, like Jen, like you've insulated yourself in this world where you think everyone has your back.
These people.
Your neighbors hate you. Like your neighbors know what you did. You need to come clean. They're not having us. You're killing the property value. Brian Albert had to sell his home for $50,000 less than the listing price. It's not good.
In a good market.
In a
too.
good market
Could've
too,
got
you
more.
know? Could have gotten, like, come on. He could have got $1 million for that. But you guys are killing the property value with your cover-ups. Can't be doing that. It's not good. Not good. Whoops, sorry.
It's okay.
Oh man, it's packed. Look at these people.
Yeah.
They're like, what is going on? These people are so confused. Oh my gosh, this nice family is out here. This guy with his 2 daughters on the lawn. They're like looking at it like, what is going on right now? Sorry. It's a rolling rally. What are you going to do?
They're waving.
Hello, kids. Don't kill people, please. Okay. Woo. Sweaty.
Yeah.
Almost 2,000 people on the live now. You love to see it. Smash that like button, people.
Another
Smash.
neighbor's waving.
Hey, look at it. What's happening? Yeah, absolutely. Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
No, don't put me on.
No, you're not on.
You're
It's
not.
on me. It's on me. Neighbors are coming out of their house right now, taking pictures, thanking us for the work that we're doing in this. That's love, baby. Love it. I love to see
Lot
it.
of love
I
here.
love to see it. When we were on the main street there and those guys were drinking on the front lawn, they were all on their phones watching the YouTube. They're all, so shout out to all the people in Canton watching right now. You're probably wondering what all this traffic is. This is the Turtleboy Army. Turtleboy Army coming for justice. No justice, no peace. Look at this fucking rolling rally. This is wild, dude. Just look at all this shit.
Insane.
Look at all this shit.
It is
This
insane.
is like some side freaking road that leads to nowhere that no one goes on. It's just packed. It's packed.
Like you're leading it, but like we can't even get through.
Yeah, I
There's
know.
So many
But
cars.
we'll all be there. We'll all
Yeah.
get there, you know? Maybe I shouldn't lead it. Maybe I should let other people get there first because other
That's
people are
actually not
missing
bad,
it, you know?
yeah.
So maybe we will go the long way.
Yeah.
People are like, you inspire me to drink more water. I do. I got to stay hydrated. You should drink a gallon of water a day. That's what they say.
It really seems like the whole town's supporting you and Karen.
Oh,
Like,
for sure.
Everyone I've seen at every house has been.
Yeah, people have told me that, like, oh, down the beauty salon, everybody thinks Karen Reed did it. I'm not getting that vibe. I'm not getting that vibe in town. I'm getting the exact opposite vibe.
Yeah.
That people support what we do here, and yeah, I almost like want to rent an apartment in this town or something so I could like just come here more often.
Yeah.
It's a nice town.
I heard a rumor you're looking at houses in Canton. Is that true?
Uh,
Want to respond to that?
No, I mean, maybe once we get rid of the murders. Maybe
there
then
might be
we'll
some
see.
properties open.
Yeah. I mean, the woman that moved into 𝗵𝗴𝗹𝗃, she was real nice
She's
when I talked to her.
nice.
Yeah, you talked to her too.
Yeah.
She just asked not to be filmed, and that's no problem. But she was very happy to speak to us on the record and tell us that she had no idea that the house she had moved into was such a controversial piece of property.
Oh,
A super reader lives here. Nice. Okay, cool.
nice.
Nice kid. All right. Man, look at all these freaking people. Holy shit.
Yeah.
This is wild.
It's a scene.
Okay. It's getting hotter too. It's 82. It was like 70 before.
Yeah, it's getting hot.
Wished I lived in the area. I'd be going nuts. Turtle, fastest way from Highland is left. Yeah, I know the fastest way is the left, but I'm gonna go right because I don't want to get there first. Because me getting there first is the problem.
Yeah.
Because
you
a
should get
lot
there
of people are
fast.
missing this. I feel bad. The people came all the way out for this rolling rally. They're missing it. So, but again, at least it's something to do on a Saturday. So what are you guys going to do today? I'm going to a rolling rally and we're going to protest a bunch of freaking people that I read about online. And they're a bunch of assholes, though. Let me tell you. The Julie Nagel's house, that was a good one. Like, because they were home. I cannot believe they covered up their freaking.
Like that's gonna work.
Like his 76 is right there. Come on. Like we don't know the next to 78. Come on. Stop it. Stop it. I still have yet to see a cop. Not one. Not one cop have I seen here.
I thought they'd be out.
Look at everyone's going right. My way was telling me to go left. Actually, let me see what happens now if I do it. Can I still go Dedham Street that way? Yeah, my way's telling me to go. Oh, no, it's going right. Yeah, you're going right no matter what.
Okay.
You have to go. No, you go left and you go up Norfolk. Could do that way. Why don't we do that way?
That's a good idea.
Because I've been requested to go up Dedham Street. They're like, go up Dedham. Washington. I mean, although going through the center of town would be fun right now.
Yeah.
Let's go through the center of town. Fuck it.
Yeah.
We got nowhere to go. So next stop, 31 Fairview. I'm told that Ken Berkowitz might have moved out. He lives at 8 Briar. We're going to skip Sarah Levinson's house because she lives on like a dirt road and it would just be a fucking nightmare, we're told. But, yeah. ·31 Fairview Road, okay. 31. Look at all these fucking people. Holy shit. Yeah, fuck it. We're going this way. because I don't want to be the first one there. Yo, what's up? What's happening? I'm not even leading it anymore. All right. Smash that like button, people. The cop. Right. Yeah, you gotta go left here. Okay, we're gonna go left. So yeah, I gotta keep it out of the. Oh shit! Damn, that thing's crazy.
How do you stop it?
Hold on. There we go. All right. So if I put this thing in the windshield, it gets so hot. I think I got it for now. So we got to do it this way. So actually, would you mind holding on? Yeah. All right. So does it feel hot? Does the phone feel hot?
Okay, she's pulling right out.
Okay. Yeah. Good. Good. All right. So that we crapped out there because the phone is up in here. And oh man, this thing's hot too. So like this whole thing's black and the sun's coming on. So it got like emergency temperature overload. The phone's like on fire. So we had to shut that down. So we're going back through the center of town right now. This is how we're spending our Saturday. It is packed. Show the traffic. Turn it around. There we go. Look at that. Look at that line.
Traffic jam.
It's just like, this is a small town on a Saturday. It's
Behind
packed.
us is the same thing.
Yep. So we are going, it said it was like an 8-minute ride. It's probably like 15 with this traffic. But, we're going back by the waterfall and all this shit again. And 𝗵𝗵𝗃 Pizza. And on to 31 Fairview. Because I don't know if we should go to, I don't know if Ken Berkowitz still lives at 8 Briar. Some people have told me they don't. If we go there and like someone else lives there, it's gonna be awkward. Very awkward. So I don't know if we should do that. But definitely we're gonna go to 31 Fairview. We need to see, a lot of people have never seen the scene of the crime. So we're gonna go there and protest Tom Kelleher's involvement in this. Tom Kelleher, I heard that he accidentally shot himself in the head. People have told me, I haven't really looked into that. I don't know. That he's a fucking moron. Like he's obviously corrupt. He's the deputy chief. I think he's like second in line to Helena Rafferty, who's obviously corrupt herself, who urged everybody not to pay attention to any of this and called it sensationalism. Please, give me a break. So here we go. All right, so most people are going to go that way. I'm going to go this way. I'm going to go the long way. A lot of people are going to go that way. I'm going to go this way. So I want to go down Dedham Street because people are saying, come down Dedham. Okay, we'll go down Dedham. So this is the way that Karen Reed took. We're going to do Karen Reed's midnight ride. So have we passed the waterfall? We haven't passed it yet, right? Oh,
No, I think it's down here.
burning that yellow. All right, cool. All right, so here is 𝗵𝗵𝗃 Pizza.
Yeah.
There it is in all its glory.
Oh, CF McCarthy's people are looking
Mediocre chicken parm. Okay, there it is. And here's the waterfall bar on our right.
Right there.
And then Karen Reed and them got in their car and they went this way. They went here. They go, okay, we're going to the after party, John. Why are you going to go to an after party, John? Why can't we just come home and snuggle? And it's kind of weird, John. These guys, they're like in their mid-40s and stuff and living out the glory days. And like, who goes to after parties at our age, John? Why don't we just go? You got 2 kids at home. It's okay, Karen. We're just, you know, it's just I want to be well liked in the town. I want people to welcome us because my kids. You got to be in with these people. It's important. And Brian Albert's a big shot where I work, and it'd be good if I was on his good side. I don't want to be on his bad side. Yeah, okay, I still think they're assholes, John. They're very rude to me, and they never invite me anywhere. And the way they look at me is kind of snobby. And did you see how Brian Albert and Brian Higgins were at the bar? They were wrestling, John. What kind of grown men in their 50s wrestle like that in a bar? It's freaking weird, John. It's freaking weird. And why did you bring that cocktail glass out? Can you give me that real quick so I can murder you with it and then run you over in my car? Okay, thank you, John. That'd be really nice. That'd be really nice if you gave me that glass that you took out. How did that get in my possession? I don't know. But it's all over the ground, so it must have been the murder weapon until around 11:30 when they all of a sudden decided, oh, wait, we could just blame Karen for this. Oh, wait, okay, cool. So anyway, John, you know, we gotta wake up early tomorrow. We got stuff to do. So how long are you gonna be? I don't know, like an hour, talk a little bit, network. John, why do you want to hang out with these losers? You can do so much better, John. You do so much better. Will you give me a break, Karen? You know, we had a fight this morning for breakfast, and then, you know...
Turtle Riders.
Oh, Turtle Riders, here we go. Yeah, buddy! Okay, so they told me to go that way. I think that was them. So we're going to go... So they went this way. We're going to go left. This takes us over to Fairview Road. So Karen went that way. She went the long way. And that's why they called and overshot the address. So we're gonna go down here. Fairview's gonna be down here on our right.
All right.
Nice house, woo!
Yeah.
Fancy schmancy. All right, so we got Steeplechase Lane, dead end.
Nice.
All right. Let's see, Fairview. Fairview's gonna be. I don't even have to put it into my device. I know where Fairview is.
I think I do too now.
It's gonna be down here on the right somewhere. What street is this? No through traffic, okay? That's not Fairview, is it? Does this say Fairview? Yeah, this is it. I know it too well.
Yep,
Okay.
that's it.
So why don't we point the camera at as many doorbells as we can? See how many Ring doorbells we see on the street. That one have one? No, that one's got
That's as an old doorbell.
Okay. All right. What about over here? That one got one?
I don't see one there either.
One there.
Not there.
That one too far away.
Mm-hmm.
Hey. Hey, how's it going? Yeah. Do you guys have a Ring camera? Okay, no Ring. All right, thank you anyway. But they're rooting for us. The neighbors know we're coming. They knew Turtleboy's coming
They
there.
love you in this town. There's someone else.
Yeah, she gave us a thumbs up. 10 Fairview gave us a thumbs up.
That's
This is
what
the
we
house
went to.
that has a Ring doorbell.
Yeah.
That's got a Ring doorbell. What else do we got here? That one have one? Look at all these freaking houses. That's got one. I see one right there. There's one in 19. That's got one.
Yep.
About 22. They got one. 22's got one.
That's got one.
22's got one. Here we're coming down. Oh, it's packed down
There's
here.
one there.
24.
On the garage.
Yep.
Oh, people are already
Oh, it's
here.
packed here, baby. It's packed. So I'm just going to park over here. All right. Don't want to park in front of the fire hydrant.
That was a good idea. People are already here.
Can we park on the side of the street?
Sure.
All right, let's do it. Yeah, letting everyone else go first is probably smart. Probably should have done it from the beginning. All right. Got the megaphone?
Yeah, megaphone right here.
Let's do it. Testing. All right.
Hey, you want to lock your car?
That's fine. I trust him. We got this. We got this. So the good people of Fairview Road are all coming out. Nice to see them. What's going on? How you doing, man? Oh boy, it's packed here. Packed. How you doing? Do you have a Ring camera? Do you have a Ring camera by any chance? Okay, no Ring. Okay, thank you. Okay. All right, so we are coming up here on 31 Fairview Road. Let's do it. Here we go. Oh, crap. That's not good. Actually, I think I held this last time. Multitasking. Hello. All right, welcome to Fairview Road. Anybody's first time here? You're probably right about it. It's like out of a fairy tale when you see it. So here we are. We are outside of 31 Fairview Road, the home of Canton Deputy Police Chief Tom Kelleher. As you can see here, he lives directly across the street, diagonally across the street from 34 Fairview Road. He's got a Ring camera right above his doorway. Three of them. 1, 2. Oh, there's the third. So they're all pointing, especially that one. That's pointing right at it. So this is the angle of where 34 Fairview is. Right under, right next to, between the flagpole. Let's walk over there. Hold on. Field trip, yeah. So over here, and this is where it was. So they'll say, oh, Gemma Caves, I didn't see anything. I didn't see anything. Right over here, right before the mulch, is where the body of a 6'2", 217-pound man was lying motionless, illuminated by 1 inch of snow. 1 inch of snow.
Anybody 6 feet tall?
And why don't we not go on their property? So he was lying right there, and if he was hit there, and this is where the magical 3-point turn, I guess, happened. They want us to believe that instead of dropping John off over there by the driveway, that she dropped him off right here by the mulch, which makes no sense why, so we could run across the lawn. That makes no sense. Of course, she was parked right where this car is. And that's where Ryan Nagel saw him. And Ryan Nagel, of course, said that no one was in that car with her and that no one was outside of the car. Ryan Nagel would have had a perfect sight if there was a body laying right here. First of all, what time did the 3-point turn happen? How did she kill him that quickly before Ryan Nagel could see it? And how did he miss the dead body? A lot of unanswered questions here that a child could see through. It's disgraceful. Anyone, that house over there at 33 Fairview's got rings, but this house at 31 Fairview is owned by Deputy Police Chief Tom Kelleher. He's got 3 Ring cameras. One is looking directly at me, which would have seen Karen Reed killing John O'Keefe if she had done that. Whatever happened that night, those cameras picked up. Those cameras picked up. Conflicted State Trooper Michael Proctor never once asked them to provide their Ring camera video. He told them that, oh, there's nothing on there. There's nothing on there. You got to trust me on that one. I'm a cop. You can believe me. I would not lie to you. You don't need to look at it. And that was all Michael Proctor saw. Karen Reed was pointed in this direction, heading south on Fairview Road. And they want us to believe her house is that way. It's that way. Not that way. John O'Keefe's house, One Meadows, is that way. Yet they want us to believe that she did a 3-point turn right here. That she did a 3-point turn right here. Apparently because she wanted to go the long way in the snow, the wrong way they came, and go back around and just get a tour of Canton like we just did in the middle of a blizzard. That's what they want us to believe. Tom Kelleher knows what happened. He's not stupid. He's got Ring cameras. He's seen what happens. Tom Kelleher knows the exact time that John O'Keefe's body was taken out of that garage in a car, brought over here. Brian Albert's car was parked right here as a shield, and he saw it happen. And he saw a body being thrown on the grass and left there, and then the Ring camera would have him driving back into the driveway that nothing happened. 2 hours later, a hysterical woman named Karen Reed would arrive at the scene. She is the only one in the car with 3 people that saw the body, which somehow implicated her, even though, as we can all see, is there any obstruction here that would stop Kerry Roberts? What do you guys think? Is there any obstruction here that would stop Kerry Roberts and Gemma Caves from seeing that body? No, there's none. They all would have seen it. They all would have seen it. But only Karen Reed saw it, and only Karen Reed tried to save his life and get out and perform CPR. What was Jennifer McCabe doing? She was calling inside and telling, don't come outside. Karen's here, don't come outside. Somehow a Boston police officer, Oh yeah, I don't know. I think they would see over there. I think they would see the body over that fire hydrant. But a Boston police officer did not come outside for the half an hour when first responders were here, and woman was screaming and hysterical. Didn't come outside to see what the hell was going on in his property. No, I don't know. So I guess that happens a lot around here. Just bodies show up in your lawn. Just go back to sleep. That's what they want us to believe. So we know that guy who lives in that house is part of the cover-up too. He's a police officer. People trust him in this community. If you're a neighbor here, please know that this guy is covering up for a cop killer. He's covering up. Your neighbor, Tom Kelleher, is complicit in the death and murder of John O'Keefe. He is complicit in the framing of an innocent woman who did nothing wrong by the name of Karen Reed. And we are here to let you know that. I'm sorry that they did this to you. I'm sorry that they brought all this attention to your otherwise lovely and peaceful neighborhood. But Tom Kelleher, Brian Albert got the hell out of Dodge. He got the hell out of Dodge. He's no longer your problem. Tom Kelleher is your problem. Tom Kelleher can come clean whenever he feels like it. He's just choosing not to because he's complicit in murder. And we're not going to let him get away with that. So I'm sorry that they brought down your property value like that, but it is what it is. All right, so the only other stop, we were going to go to, hey, what's happening? Yes.
All right, Clarence. Yeah.
So, I've been informed that I believe Ken Berkowitz no longer lives here. So I don't want, like, Ken Berkowitz used to live at 8 Briar Road. I'm told that he no longer lives here. And I don't want to take the chance of going to the wrong house if he's not there and disturbing some random person. That would be awkward. So, hey! So what we're going to do now, we're going to go to the final stop. We're going to go to the Canton Police Department, and we're going to protest right on Washington Street, across the street from Tim Albert's house. We're going to head to Canton Police Department now. Let's go.
I'm following you since bus gate. Melissa Bordeaux.
Oh, thank you very much. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys. Thank you.
You are the ball.
Thank you. I appreciate it. I appreciate that. Too kind. Too kind.
Hey, Sal Trafficante.
Oh, nice to meet you, sir. How you doing?
You put the face to the name. I know you see. Good
Yes.
to meet
Nice to meet you too, man. So there it is. Okay. Yeah, let's do it.
Are we in there?
You get it?
Yeah, good.
Okay, good.
Thanks. Good job.
No problem. Hey, what's happening? Yes. Look at this. Oh my gosh, you guys are too kind. I feel like a stripper. Thank you. Look at this. Look at this. Free Karen Reed. How about that? Thank you. I appreciate that. Look at all the cars are decorated for it. You just got the finger from that? Hey, thank you very much.
All right, this is the next place. Go and get it. I'll get it for you. All right, awesome. I'll see you in a little bit.
Here we go.
Yeah, buddy.
Let's do it.
Go.
Throw it on the tip jar. All right.
Thank you, Turtleboy.
Let's do it. Don't thank me. Thank Alan Jackson. All right. All right. Fastest way to the Canton Police Department. Not Dedham. Let's go down Dedham Street just because I want to go the long way.
You still want me to hold it for you?
Sure. If you don't mind, whenever you're ready.
I'm
I put it in the wrong thing.
charging.
Mm-hmm. Oh, look, a 3-point turn. Can I hit 27? Can I go
Don't
to
murder anybody behind you.
27? Oh, yeah, I somehow missed that. 27 miles. Imagine, I think I went 5 there. That's what you do on a 3-point turn. You go like 5 miles.
Yeah.
Not even. Exactly. Like 27? How the fuck do they explain that? The sign 27 miles an hour. Like, this street's not that freaking big. We're packed in here like sardines.
Yeah.
This is wild, dude. Wild. Oh, they let me go. Okay, very nice of you.
Does this exceed your expectations of how many people were going to show
Oh,
up?
yeah. I thought there would be like 50. Like I was going to guess like 50.
Yeah.
But holy shit. Holy shit. I got it. There's a lot of freaking people. There's 2,000 people watching like the whole freaking time on here. And we're going to end at the Canton Police Department.
I think every stop, more and more people are.
Yeah, it looks like more and more people are joining it. This is bigger than what we had at Shaw's, for sure. Yeah, okay. All right, cool. Because again, we don't want to put it up here because it's like the glare of the sun is baking it.
Yeah.
So. Be the fastest way, right or left? Let's see. Canton Police Department. 1 mile away. 4-minute drive. So they got me going left. Okay. Can't believe you got people who are tailgating. That's the wildest shit. People are tailgating for this. People are drinking beers on their lawn, tailgating. What a Saturday this has turned out to be. What a Saturday.
Yeah, I didn't expect that.
Yeah, I didn't expect this. I'm like, I purposely put it, I didn't announce the exact time where we were going, like the date till the day before, because I'm like, I can't have thousands of people come. That's going to be fucking nuts.
Mm-hmm.
But then I did it a day before, and here they all are anyway.
Yeah.
And everyone's positive. Again, if you want to kick my ass, I'm out here in public. I mean, you can come kick my ass if you want, but nobody ever seems to ever do that. It's weird. Weird. Are they letting us go like it's a fucking funeral procession?
I think so.
Oh my goodness,
Yeah.
This is wild shit, dude. This is wild. All the cars
It's like
just stop letting
everybody
us go.
knows.
They know. They know the importance of what we're doing here. They know what's going on.
I've never seen or heard of anything like this for a case. Have you? This is like the first.
People are saying Ken is still at the prior, whatever. We got the point here. We're going to the Canton Police Department. It's been a long day anyway. It's been a couple hours of this, so. But it's been fun. You got to see a lot of this town.
Mm-hmm.
It's not a big town. Like, it's really not a big town. Area-wise, you can get from one part to the other pretty quickly. Like I said, it's not like Holden is the size of Canton population-wise, but I feel like we have more forest. This town is filled with golf courses and like residential homes and cul-de-sacs and shit. In Central Mass, we're a little more spread out. We got a little more sprawl, but different strokes for different folks, I guess. But again, if this happened in my town, this would never, like, if a police officer in Holden was responsible, or suppose a Worcester cop living in Holden killed another Worcester cop, and the Holden police came on the scene, I feel pretty confident the Holden police would not do what the Canton police did. I don't think this is pervasive everywhere. It makes me wonder how often it happens, but this particular town just rots the core.
Yeah.
It's not normal. It's not normal. So we're going to the Canton Police Department. Packed.
Yeah.
So I think it's right past this light, I want to say. Let's see. I think this is Pleasant Street. This is Meadows is off. If you go down Pleasant up here on the right, that takes you to Meadows. So John lived down that way, and Karen. And his niece and nephew still live there with their grandmother, who is drinking the Kool-Aid, obviously, and obviously doesn't care that much about her son's life because she's not really interested in finding out, you know, who killed him. And that says a lot. I don't want to shit on the family, but like, what the fuck? I mean, how much time do you need? And how much slack are we supposed to give you? Because again, it'd be one thing if you were just, you know, misled and everything, but you're bringing another innocent person down with you, and your time period for the grief, whatever that we're giving you, like, oh, we're not gonna go after you because of the grief, like, that's expired. Like, it's expired because you're trying to send an innocent woman to jail for the rest of her life because you didn't like her to begin with. You never liked her, so and we can't allow that to happen. So I don't really feel bad for you anymore. You know, I did anything like, I feel bad for the two kids because they are completely innocent in this. They don't know what the hell's going on. They've been lied to by everyone. Their world has been turned upside down. I already see people outside the Canton Police Department up there. So, I got a fucking headache. Ugh. Dude, I got a nasty bruise right here. I don't know if you can see that. Look at that shit. Dude, I have no fucking clue. I just noticed it yesterday. I pulled a hammy. I think I pulled a hammy jumping off a dock. I'm thinking like ibuprofen for it. I'm like looking down. Show tonight? Yeah, we're still doing a live show tonight. We're gonna have this guy from 𝗏𝗏𝗺𝗃𝗍 come on. Yeah, Kev. He's a good guy, and we're gonna discuss. He has some questions. He made a Reddit post. He's a free thinker. I like him. I've enjoyed watching his content. He just made a post the other day on Reddit that I thought he asked a lot of questions. Like, he's asking a lot of questions. And I have answers to those questions. He didn't have answers to them. So I want to answer those questions for him tonight on the live show. So we're going to have a back and forth conversation. We'll talk all about this rolling rally, which has been, you know, uneventful. Like, besides, like, I've yet to see a Canton police car. Not freaking one Canton cop. Not one. So that Fairview Road was the most people we had, though.
Yeah, that was a ton.
Packed. So here we are, the Canton Police Department. There it is, and all. It looks like a Cape Cod house. Like it's like what is with the siding? I'm gonna park right on this street across the street. Right near the Alberts.
Yeah, that's the Alberts, right?
Yep. And their brand new lawn. They had a pool this time last year, and they decided to just turn it into a lawn. Look at, they blocked their driveway, so they're not letting anyone in there. There's the Albert house. We are gonna park down here. Walk right over. Look at all these cars. Free Karen Reed everywhere. Yeah. This is wild shit, man.
This is crazy.
Ah, behind a RX. Oh, it's a 450H, the hybrid. Nice. Okay. Let's do it, folks. Final stop on the destination. Oh yeah, probably the best. Yeah. You know, I will lock it this time. This time I will lock it because I'm getting a lot of stripper money. Okay. Some donos coming in. Not on the Cash App, like actual cash. Oh, can't forget my megaphone. Is it in the front seat, the megaphone? It is? Oh yeah, there it is. Yeah, it's in the back. Here we go. Showtime. What's going on? Yeah, watch out for the fire hydrant. You don't want to get ticketed. Oh, yeah. Oh, you guys are Canton people?
Huh?
You guys are Canton people, or? Oh, Charleston. Okay, okay. Oh, real townies. Okay, not like in the literal sense. Okay. Hey, what's happening? All right. Give me 1 second. Oh, the phone's over here now. All right. So, up here this is the 𝗵𝗵𝗴𝗹 house, the house where they filled the pool in. Okay, they had a lovely pool here, and then they decided they're gonna fill it in. So my selfie stick, I'll give you guys a look in there. You can see that. So they decided they were going to fill that pool in. Suddenly, like 5 days after being mentioned by David Yannetti in court as being involved in this murder. So they've put, oh, there's some rustling in there. There's some people in there. Okay, yeah, we're here, folks. But then all the cars are gone, so they got the fuck out of Dodge. They knew. That's what the Alberts do. They run. That's what innocent people do, right? They run. Are they? Hey, Timmy. So Timmy lives there with... he's a Fredo of the family with Bernie Albert. Woo!
Fredo!
Yeah, what's going on? Yeah. Oh yeah, I know. All right, here we are. So we got a lot of people here, a lot of people rolling in. All right, so this is our final stop on the Canton, the Tour de Canton. I'm not quite, like I said, I'm not quite sure if he lives at 𝗵𝗴𝗃. I don't really feel like taking that chance if he does, and I don't want to bother innocent people. But here we are, hey, at the Canton Police Department. As you can see, they live directly across the street from 𝗵𝗵𝗴𝗃. They would have a direct line into his yard as he decided to suddenly, 5 days after being mentioned as being involved in a murder cover-up, they decided that they were going to fill in their very nice family pool that they used frequently before that. They decided they were going to fill in that family pool. Yay! And they've since resodded it. You wouldn't even know what's in there. We don't know what's in that pool. Hopefully not 𝗂𝗄𝗆. But something's in that pool. They decide, because you don't just decide to do that out of nowhere. We don't have any proof of that, but you know, if they were interested in figuring out who killed a cop, the police, the state troopers might want to get on that. I don't know, that's what normal police would do in a situation like this, is they would investigate a crime. So here we are outside of the Canton Police Department, and a lot of people blame Michael Proctor because this has been a state, hey! This has obviously been a state police-led investigation, so Michael Proctor has really spearheaded the cover-up. But let's not forget that, first of all, Brian and Chris Albert's brother is on the Canton Police Department, Kevin Albert. And on that morning, the Canton police were the first ones to arrive. Officers 𝗃𝗏 and Mulaney, who I believe is a rookie, young kid. And they get there, and they don't know what the hell's going on. They do their job. They see a dead body. Hey, what's happening? Justice for Karen Reed. Justice for Karen Reed. There we go. That's what I like to see. That's what I like to see. So they get there, and they see a woman hysterically crying and trying to save, covered in his blood, and is trying to save his life. And they call for an ambulance. And they take note of the scene afterwards. And they notice, oh, gee, this guy only has one shoe on. That's odd. And this guy's got no jacket on in the middle of a blizzard. And his face is literally beaten to a pulp where his eyes are bulging out. And it's kind of weird because there's like no blood, which is why we could fit it all in 6 solo cups. With, you know, we're going to put it with the snow, and we're going to put it in solo cups like we learned in the academy. And they're going to bring that in there, and they're going to hold on to it. And they're like, nobody asked, like, gee, I wonder where his other shoe is. Where'd that go? What the hell's going on? I noticed some cocktail glass, so I guess it must have been Professor Plum with the cocktail glass, you know, on Fairview Road, because that was the only piece of evidence there. And you got this hysterical woman, and she's allegedly screaming, could I have hit him? Could I have hit him? But only one first responder. There must have been dozens of first responders there. Cops, state troopers, firefighters, etc. Only one first responder was quoted in the police report by Michael Proctor. Hey! Hey! And that person who was quoted in the police report said something that hurt Karen Reed. She said that Karen Reed was saying, I hit him, I hit him, I hit him, I hit him. And what they failed to point out about Katie McLaughlin is that she is a very close friend and goes on spring break with Caitlin Albert, who conveniently, are you watching? I know, hey! So I know, I just want to give a shot. So I know 𝗵𝗵𝗃𝗃, I know you guys are watching this. You're sitting on the beach your last day at 𝗥𝗂𝗺𝗃. You're like, I got to get out of town because I know the rolling rally's coming through. But just look at all the support here for Karen Reed and John O'Keefe. Everybody here knows what you did. Everyone who's honking, all of them, like literally everybody who comes by likes us. Everybody who goes by knows what you did, 𝗵𝗵𝗃𝗃 and Brian Albert. They know. They know. And we're not putting up with it because we trust police. We put our faith in the institutions. I mean, if you've read my blog over the years, I've defended the police vociferously. Thank you. The Canton Police Department has abused my trust and the trust of the entire community. We supported you during the BLM riots in 2020. We had your back. And because we said, no, you can trust the police. They're not corrupt. And then what did you do the second you were put to the test? You did exactly what they said that you were going to do. You proved them right, unfortunately. Hey. So there's about 50 officers. The Canton Police Department employs about 50 officers. And most of them seem to have dads that work in the police department. I guess you go to the front of the line like Tristan Morris or Brendan Albert, who's still in college. He's like 6th in line. And you go to the front of the line because they like people in Canton that are from Canton, and their daddy was in Canton, and they know that they're going to protect people. Well, the jig is up. You guys got away with it for a while. The Canton Police Department, more than anyone, should be disgusted by this, because Michael Proctor claims that at 5:45 they found taillights and a shoe, a freaking shoe, after a foot of snow had fallen, that somehow your officers missed. They are saying that you are incompetent. Canton Police Department, the state police are making a mockery of your police officers. Why isn't Police Chief Helena Rafferty standing up for Officer Sarafa Mullaney? Why isn't she saying, no, I trust my police officers, and when they say that there was no taillight there, there was no taillight there? Why did her former boss and potential Ken 𝗵𝗏𝗃𝗃 find taillight there a week afterwards when he was just driving by there on a hunch? Why didn't Tom Kelleher see any of those fragments when he went to his house every single day for an entire week? Why are we asking these questions instead of the police, who we pay taxes to answer these questions for us? All it takes is one member, just one. We're not asking for a lot. We just need one. Send me a message. Send me an email, turtleboysports@gmail.com. We can keep you anonymous, Canton police officers. You don't need to work for such a scummy, corrupt organization. This can be fixed. You just got to get out the rot. You got to get rid of Helena Rafferty. She's just as guilty as the rest of them. She knows exactly what happened that day. But you know what she told us to do? Don't listen to sensationalism. That's what she called our accurate, award-winning journalism. Sensationalism. Sensationalism. Well, guess what, Helena? It's not sensationalism. It's true. It's documented. It's backed by evidence. And one of your men in blue, John O'Keefe, was murdered in your town. In your town. This is on you, Helena Rafferty. This is on you. Don't you want to fix the reputation of the Canton Police Department? What's happening? Yeah. Don't tell us not to ask questions. Don't tell us to stop talking about this and wait for justice. Because we're not waiting on Lunchbox Lally to lie to us more. And we're certainly not waiting on Auntie Bev to do the right thing. Because clearly that ain't going to happen. So there we go. So, in 3 days, we're going to be back all together in Dedham at 12:15 on the steps of the Norfolk Superior Courthouse to protest the injustice that is happening inside as Auntie Bev has reinserted herself into this case, told Judge O'Shea to take the day off even though he's a completely fair and competent judge, because she needs to make sure that Karen Reed's attorneys have their First Amendment rights stripped from them. Look at all this. Look at this support we're getting here, man. So I just want them to know, if they're watching, like, this is not just some online bullshit. This is real life. These are people in the flesh who are disgusted by what your police department has done. And I mean, the fact that I haven't even seen a Canton cop all day means you're hiding. You know it. You can't even face us. There should really be a cop here making sure nothing goes wrong. There's a lot of freaking people going through your town. We're causing a lot of traffic. You know, the neighbors don't look happy all the time. We should really be supervised, but you're not doing that because you're hiding. Because you don't want to be confronted and you don't want to ask questions. And what kind of police officers are that? Come on out. Come on. Stop hiding. It's time for someone to tell the truth. It's time for justice for John O'Keefe and Karen Reed. And it's time to arrest the people who killed them. So, Anyway, I just want to thank everybody for coming. I'm going to end the stream now, but thank you guys all for coming. Thank you all for your support. And we're just getting started. We're just getting started. So we'll see you. Hopefully we'll see a lot more of you on Tuesday. We'll be talking about this on the live show tonight at 9 p.m. So make sure you smash that subscribe button. And all the people watching right now, we got 2,000 people watching right now. Look at this. Look at all this support. Look at it all. Look at it. Look at that. All these people are here to support a woman being charged with murdering a Boston police officer. That should tell you that something is not right. Justice for Karen Reed. Absolutely. Karen Reed, if you're watching, all these people love you. We all have your back. And we're not going to let this injustice go on any further. You're not alone. You're absolutely right. All these strangers, we all got your back. So, thank you guys. Here they are. Here they are. You love it. You love it. You love it. All right, guys. We'll see you tonight. Peace.
Turtleboy, can I ask you a quick question? I'm from Canton Cable, the local cable station.